Donald Trump has overtaken Kamala Harris in 4 national polls now. This is for the national vote, not just in swing states or just to win the election. 47 to 45 is the number. Link in the description for all of my sources for things I say in this video, and there are quite a few. He's also leading in 4 of the 7 swing states, and with the margin of error that we know is between 2 and 7% in his favor, generally speaking, because of the overpolling of Democrats. This is cataclysmic for the Harris campaign, and you can tell that it is, because they're getting very desperate. What do I mean by this? Well, they've taken to calling Donald Trump unfit for office and exhausted, even though yesterday Harris took a day off of campaigning while Donald Trump did 2 events in North Carolina and Florida. They've called him old, they've called him exhausted. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris ends a town hall after just 2 questions because she can't speak off script. Those 2 questions were predetermined, by the way. Enter John Kelly. John Kelly is a disgraced, fired, former chief of staff of Donald Trump. He is the one, by the way, credited with the story of suckers and losers, saying that Donald Trump referred to former military and veterans who died like that. He has now done an interview with the New York Times, again, link in the description, where he claims that Trump would absolutely be a dictator, and that he said he wanted generals like Hitler had, generals who would be unquestionably loyal to him, like Hitler's. This, of course, is being picked up by the media as absolute fact. Again, links in the description to many articles where they're stating it without any kind of caveat that, this is the word of a disgraced, bitter, angry former staffer. Of course, they're not going to mention that, but that's what it is. In fact, this was even parroted by Tim Walz, with no context, of course. But the most despicable hit piece came out yesterday when The Atlantic ran a story that Donald Trump, after offering to pay for the funeral expenses of that soldier, remember she was killed at Fort Hood by another soldier, he offered to pay for the funeral expenses, and allegedly, according to this article, when he was told that the cost would be $60,000, he said, "It doesn't take $60,000 to bury a fucking Mexican." Oh yes, exactly, happening to come out at a time when the Latino vote is very split and Trump and Harris are fighting over who's going to carry that particular voting bloc. This is very convenient. And once again, there's no evidence that this ever happened. It's just hearsay, just like the suckers and losers thing. And it's very convenient for this to come out in October, 2 weeks before the election. And it's being run with by all the media outlets. Again, many links in the description. But here's a tweet from the sister of that fallen soldier. She says that she voted for Donald Trump. She says that Trump treated their family with nothing but respect, and that she doesn't appreciate the politicization of her sister's death. The family has come out in support of Trump over this, and they've retained a lawyer, ostensibly to sue The Atlantic for libel, which they should. Trump should also sue them for libel, because even if this were true, which I sincerely doubt, knowing The Atlantic's track record, there's absolutely no way to prove it. And they're just running with this story because they know that Kamala needs the Latino vote. This is the definition of a hit piece. It's disturbing, it's disgusting. They're politicizing the death of a soldier just to try to, make Trump look bad, look like a monster. And they're scared because he's polling ahead. For all of their blue wave talk saying that Florida's going to turn blue, they're acting like a desperate campaign. That's about all.